Hi everyone, welcome back. It's great to see you again. I want to give you a heads up that there's probably going to be a lot of cussing in this video, and I will be cussing because I feel like it's necessary. So if you're really young, you probably shouldn't be watching this. And for the people that enjoy cussing, you're really going to love this. Especially if you like, your angry movie reviews, because this might be the angriest or, I don't know, most upset, disappointed I have ever been. I have no idea where to start. I am shocked. I don't think I've ever had a movie floor me this much. And I've seen The Requiem, alright? And I reviewed that ages ago, but still, this is something else entirely. I don't think I've ever had a film insult my intelligence the way that this one did. I can't believe that this movie is real, or that Sony thought that this was good enough to release to the public. Warner Brothers cancels Batgirl, but they're gonna release this? No words. What the fuck happened? I'm at a place where it's just not even funny anymore. The pathetic attempts that Sony is doing to keep the IP for Spider-Man is insane. I just don't understand anything that happened here. Even if you're in the boardroom of people deciding what ideas are we going to do to keep the Spider-Man IP, you've got 50 other Spider-Man villains that you could have made an interesting movie out of, and you decided, I'm going to choose Madam Web. Who chose Madam Web? Madam Web isn't a horrid character. I loved her in the 90s cartoon, kind of, whenever she would, go away and not interrupt Spider-Man doing his thing. I just don't understand, because, I know who Madam Web is. 99% of the population have no idea who Madam Web is, and that's fine. Right? So, because I know I'm the target demographic, right? If I have no interest in seeing a Madam Web film, then why would anybody else? I should be the person that's going and telling a friend, hey, you should check this out. I do not care to see a Madam Web film. I have no idea how you would turn Madam Web into a full film. It's not even a movie. This movie fails at everything. I wrote a list down of everything that this movie fails at. And it doesn't just fail at it, it does it spectacularly. It failed at the direction, the acting, the dialogue, the action, the pacing, the screenplay, the script, the casting, the editing, the CGI, the writing. This film was written by the guys that did Gods of Egypt and Morbius. They got hired again. This is pathetic. I don't want these people to be unemployed. I just think they're working in the wrong field. It's not for you guys, alright? Find something else that suits your style better. I'm sure there's something out there. The villain? Holy shit, probably the worst villain I've ever seen in a comic book film. Maybe, I'd have to think about it, but this one's up there. The costumes, which look like black spandex with black silly strings sprayed all over them. The cinematography, the exposition. It's unreal. The music. They stole the theme from the Spider-Man game. Do you want me to play it for you? Listen to this. They stole a shot from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, and they thought we wouldn't notice. Out of every Spider-Man thing you could have stolen a shot from, you chose the original trilogy, the one that's watched over and over and memed to death, where you've got people like me that almost know it frame for frame. I knew it within it was only there for 3-4 seconds, but I could tell instantaneously. It's not just a $500,000 movie, this is tens of millions of dollars, and we got a villain like that? This is the best you can do? Sony, not the director, not the actors, they're doing what they can with the material they've got. If there's any positive I can say for this film, it's that Dakota Johnson tries. She does try. She's doing the best she can with some of the worst dialogue I've ever fucking heard. It's not enough to save the performance and for me to want to see more, no way, but she does try. It's the figureheads at Sony. I'm sick to death of this shit. Seriously, how dumb do they think we are? We've got to stop seeing this shit. Please do not see this movie and don't see the next one. We've got a film for Craven on the way and Venom 3. Don't see them. For the love of God, please do not see them. It's killing me. Sony doesn't give a shit about this IP because it's being handballed to people who don't give a shit or understand this IP. These films are being made so Sony can keep the Spider-Man license, because if they don't make a movie every 2 or 3 years, I haven't read the contract because it's so complicated now, but if they don't keep making Spider-Man themed movies, the rights revert back to Marvel and they get Spider-Man, and they just don't want to let that happen. Think of the amount of money that No Way Home made. They will not let it go, and I just, if it makes zero money, their next movie, maybe they will think, because they're pretty dense. Have you heard Avi Arad talk about Spider-Man before? They'll think, man, maybe there's just not that much money left in it, and we'll sell it back to Marvel, because we'll probably get more money from selling it back to them than we ever would continuing to make franchises and horrible spin-offs out of this property. At the moment, I don't even think Marvel's the place to have that character. You need someone fresh with a different take on it all, but that's for another time. We're trying to talk about this abomination. It is laughable. It's so embarrassing. I'm not a studio exec. I don't have any company, but I would never, ever, ever let this go out. No way. It's nowhere near good enough. It's worse. It makes Spider-Man Lotus look like it's got something to say. And I didn't even mention the blatant product placement in this film. Don't even get me started, alright? It's insane. The entire final battle takes place underneath a neon Pepsi sign. It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just sad. They should make a better choice for the new generation. 1 out of 10. I'm pissed off. That was a lot of pep. Guys, don't see Madam Web. Don't go to the cinemas. Don't buy it on physical media or digital. Just don't even stream it. Even if you've already paid for the streaming service, don't stream it. It is not worth your time. Just watch something like The Dark Knight. Can you do that? Watch The Dark Knight for me again. I know you've seen it 10,000 times, but it's still that good. Just go watch The Dark Knight instead. You'll have a much, much better time. And listen, alright? Come here, come close. Alright? No, not that close. Don't see the next one. Just don't go out to the cinemas to see it. Can you do that for me? For my own sanity, before I lose my fucking mind. Please? I don't want to see any more cash in like Avi Arad's pocket or anyone else at Sony that has no idea what the fuck they're doing. Because then it'll force them to either give up the IP or make something that's good. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video, you're a bloody legend, and hopefully I'll catch you next time when we're talking about something more, just better than this. It has to be better, right? Come on. It's gotta be better. Bye guys.